Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Gerry's Old Guy Review. Let it fly on Fridays, 15 January 2021. And it's brought to you this week by Dodge. No, I'm just kidding. They don't even want to talk to me. Well, here we go. Let me rant again. RC four-wheel drive. My stuff I ordered the 3rd of January, shipped on the 4th of January, is nowhere to be seen. It's supposedly going to be delivered on the 19th of January now. 3 to 8 days priority shipping. How about that? Good Lord. Who's going to order from them? I may not have to worry about that anymore, and we'll cover that in a minute. Well, let's just cross that off, and let's get to the real world for a quick second. General Motors changing their logo because they do not want to be associated anymore with gas guzzling trucks. They want to be known for electric vehicles. They really are having a hard time making gas vehicles right now. I don't know if I want to get involved with electric vehicles. Oh, wait a minute. I've got lots of electric vehicles, and they're all more reliable. But moving on. I'm going to tell you, this cracks me up. Matt over at the Scale Builders Guild, he makes me chuckle sometimes. Here's the chuckle for this week. So he did a review, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, about the RC four-wheel drive Cross Country, which is a Jeep Wrangler or not. He gets his from RC four-wheel drive, and I'm assuming he had a mandate from RC four-wheel drive not to call it a Jeep Wrangler. So he has dubbed it the Jorp Wrangler Rubinaut. I thought it was excellent. Nice way to get around some silliness with this copyright stuff. And for those of you that may have checked it out after I brought it up a couple weeks ago, if you have any RC four-wheel drive Trailfinder 2s with a Toyota body, that truck should be much bigger than that Toyota, and it's not. The scale is ridiculous. So if any of you are thinking about it, go over and check out Matt's channel, Scale Builders Guild, and he does some comparisons, or comparos, as I like to say, of the different size trucks, and it is tiny. But other than that, we're just rolling tonight because I've got a bunch of stuff on here and didn't want to be tying you guys up too long while I rant and rave. So, moving on, not a small site, but Bob at Hobby Concepts. If any of you guys have thought about buying the 1/14 scale excavators, bulldozers, the heavy equipment, I'd really like to get one, but crap, for the price, because I am the biggest fan of an excavator. You can do anything with an excavator. Hell, you can probably build your house with one. They are just so versatile. I'd love to own a real one. But, you know, I've watched RC Sparks over the years with them. He has hydraulic problems I couldn't even imagine. You know, I'm a run-of-the-mill mechanic, not a heavy equipment mechanic. So a lot of these problems are big scale problems, just scaled down. Now, Bob is doing an excavator for a customer, and he shows you how to change the control settings on the radio. He's going to do lights and sound and all this other good stuff. So if you guys are thinking about it, go check out Bob, or check out RC Sparks if you want to see, the vast collection of different heavy machinery they make. Some of it is just crazy. And if I had $2 or $3 grand to spend, 5 or 6 times, I'd own all kinds of that stuff. It is crazy. Now, Shannon Vance told me about, I've seen this company before on other sites, just their products individually. I've never gone to their site. So if you're like me and you love detailing a vehicle up, go check out Club 5 Racing. Man, do they have some neat, they've got all this brass stuff and aluminum stuff, and their prices are very reasonable. I went and picked out, what the hell was it? Like 8 things for this guy, and it was less than $100. And that was with shipping. Shipping took it to just about $100. So haven't pulled the trigger yet, but check out Club 5 Racing for details type stuff, or there are a few of the performance. There's light kits, there's details, there's brass stuff. It's pretty neat little site. Now I feel what RC Nixter goes through when I get on his site or on his channel about Wranglers. Some of you guys are giving me griefs. So right now I'm apologizing for the Jeep product, but having never purposely intended to upgrade a vehicle from scratch, upgrades are cool. I am having a field day with this truck. And I thank every one of you for all your comments about motors and, electronics. So I'm going to break it down again. The electronics I'm going to keep in this until I smoke them. I'm going to see if I smoke them. Or if all these people on the internet, they just might be harder on them than I am. Now, this has a 35 turn motor, and thanks to this product, I realized my SCX2 has a 35 turn motor. My daughter's SCX2 that I bought has a 35 turn motor. Where did he go? The Mog up there, SCX2 6-wheeler, 35 turn motor. Wow. So his 35 turn is coming out. I have a brand new in the package Axial 55 turn because I don't care about speed. If I want to make this thing move faster than it does, I'm going to set up the 2-speed. Other than that, I want that low speed torque. The 55 turns came in all of Axial's bigger, heavier trucks. So this is heavy. I'm going to throw that 55 turn in because I have it. RC 4-wheel drive hasn't delivered me the rest of my parts. I want to try it. So once again, apologies. You'll notice that I generally show it from the side. And there's a reason for that. I don't care for Dodge Wranglers. And if I look at the front, it's a Wrangler. If I look at the back, it's a pickup truck. If I look at the side, it's a pickup truck. And I have gotten over my Wrangler hatred because when Kaiser, Willys, AMC owned Jeep. They had multiple Jeep vehicles. Now you've got a Wrangler and a Grand Cherokee and whatever the hell those other three little SUV shit poppers are. You don't have the pickup truck. You don't have the big luxurious Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer, you know, the big, beefy, gorgeous looking vehicles. So I've taken a shine to this vehicle because it's different. It is the first different thing that Dodge has done since they've taken over the Jeep name. From what I understand and from what I'm hearing about the full-size ones, they're not all that. This right now is more capable than the real one. So there it is. There's my apologies for why I am dedicating so much time to a Wrangler. Upgrading these vehicles, weighing parts, taking things off. This is just so much fun for me. Last winter, you know, I apologize to my 114 guys. You know, last winter, it was the heavy tonnage, the overland. Things in the world right now, I'm having a hard time. I'm trying to support local shops. My local shop can't give me what I need to finish my overland. And my next town that has a big RC shop, they're having a hard time filling their inventory. And I've told them what I was doing, and they're waiting as soon as they get what I need to finish this vehicle and start this project, which is going to be something totally new for me. And I'm going to tell you, without being a tease, it involves styrene. So that is where my overland is going next. I have got some great pictures printed out for what I want to do. I just need to get my supplies. So 114 guys, you know, sorry, there's just the overland, the heavy tonnage. I could do some stuff with my Tamayas, but with them I'm limited to inside. And even the heavy tonnage trailer I built is just so big. You know, driving it around the garage, it's, So they're kind of on hold, but I haven't forgot about them. I haven't gotten rid of them. So I'm just letting you know. So now that kind of goes into Michelle Belf, one of my commenters, been giving me some sass on Wranglers. So, Michelle, I told you this was going to be a special response to your comment just for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, so you've owned two Landies, that's Land Rover for the rest of you guys, two Toyotas, and you can't even imagine or remember ever riding in a Jeep. Well, let me tell you something. I've owned a bunch of Toyotas, and I've owned 3 real Jeeps. You would not forget if you rode in a CJ7 or a CJ5 or hell, a CJ8 Scrambler with no top, no doors. You've got a windshield in front of you, and you got a roll bar behind you. That is the closest thing in my book to riding a motorcycle. Hell, with 2 screws, pop it out, windshield folds down, you put on some goggles, you're riding a motorcycle. A pre-85, pre-Dodge Jeep driving experience, you cannot replicate it with these things they're driving around in now. These are luxury symbols. So, I apologize, Michelle, and I know It's a pretend Jeep because we can switch those bodies out anytime. But in keeping with that, so I've had 3 Toyotas and I've had 3 real Jeeps. But now in the RC world, I have 5 Toyotas and 2 Landys. I've got a 118 and I've got the 110 Traxxas. Which I'll tell you, they're nose to nose because I am officially up to 8 pounds, 10.8 ounces on this guy. The TRX4 is 8 pounds, 13.3 ounces. So I'm pretty close to having this one and that one the same weight, lock diffs, lockable diffs. We're not going to use the 2-speed. These two are going to have a shootout. And I can't wait. So, Michelle, I hope that was good. Because yes, I apologize. But yes, if this had a different body on it, it wouldn't even be in consideration. But the only 2 choices were a Wrangler or a Gladiator. So I went with something a little bit different. And now tonight for my small channels, we have Hello RC. He is doing some crazy stuff with the SCX 24s. He built a nice indoor track. He's got 1 modded, 1 stock. So go check out Hello RC. And he's got a pretty nice outside track too when the weather's nice. So if you like those little SCX 24s and you want to see a good comparo, go over and check him out. And I don't think he's quite up and running yet, but the Indigo Creek Trading Company, who was Steve Flath on my channel, he is making his own channel now, and he looks like he's pretty good with the editing and whatnots. It's pretty fancy. So go check him out. This one's going to be at your discretion because he wanted me to mention his channel. It is Snoopy RC, but he doesn't have any videos up yet. So keep that one in mind. Go check him out. Hopefully I'll let you guys know when he's got some videos up. He's running into some complications with filming, but just letting you know he's out there. And that'll bring us to the shout-outs for this week. I have got Richard Couts, UPDTV. Excuse me, are you snorting on me? Big guy? You want to get up and say hi, people? No? What do you want to do? We've got Toys to Tech, DTR Euro, Sakib Massam, Anthony Gonzalez, Shane Pratt, Chuck Shipper, Robert Knight, and RC Hobbyist Extreme. All of you, thank you for stopping by, hitting the comment section, letting me know what's going on. I appreciate it. And one more thing, I don't know if I'm going to do it to show it because I can't explain it as well, but with this truck, I watched this video, I believe, just prior to me getting the Gladiator. Now this has a Spectrum radio system in it, which is programmable. So if you guys have a Hobby Wing 1080p or 1080, it came with a programming card. You can use this card to program this receiver to get better performance out of it. So I haven't done that yet because I wanted to take it out and drive it initially. But before I take it out again, I'm going to program it. Now, you can go over to RC Review and watch his video for his explanation. He explains some of these functions a little better than I can. But I'm still going to initially show you, if none of you guys have ever worked with one of these programming cards, I'm just going to show you how to do it. You can buy one from Spectrum. And the only difference is that there's 15 settings on this. So there's 15 settings in here, but there's not. There's 15 settings for a hobby wing. There's only 14 settings for these SCX 10 3s. So you'll skip number 14, which is the BEC voltage. You can't change it. It's set at 6 volts. That's as far as you can go. But everything else in here, you've got running modes and battery types and cutoff voltage and initial start force. So cutoff voltage, if you get one of these and you wonder why you can't change what kind of battery is in there, boom, right here, battery type and then cutoff voltage, right on this tool. You've got takeoff speeds and reverse, you've got just everything. We'll cover this later, but just letting you know that there's even more to this little truck than the things they left out, because they don't even bother telling you in the instructions. So other than that, another great week, another lot of shout outs, lots of you showing up. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. And I hope we all accept my apologies. Otherwise, I'm going to lose sleep. Or I won't. So, I will see you on the next video. Who knows what it might be? It might be a cheat trick for something. It might be programming. It might be new motors. Who knows? Welcome to Gerry's Old Guy Review. I'm old. Who knows what I'm going to do? So thank you again. See you later.